Hello.
Up Harry.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey, Sean.
how you doing?
Hey. Good. Welcome back, everybody.
Thank you.
Especially you, Harry. We've missed you.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
I mean,
but I have not been reliable.
you know how it is. You know how the game
I do.
master has to play characters sometimes. And I'm the kind of game master that can make bad things happen to your character while you're gone. Especially in this game. Back in the day,
Bad things happen to the character while I'm here. Bad things happen to the character while I'm gone.
yeah,
It's the
bad
expectation.
things happen. That's the fun of it, though, right? I met this guy a long time ago. Little story. I played D&D. He played AD&D back in the day, like we did. He was like our age. And they had his dungeon master had a rule that if you missed a session, he would make a roll, and the party was required to have a mule accompany them on their adventures, pack mule. The thing was, though, it was a carnivorous mule, so he'd make a roll if the player didn't show up to play his character. He'd make a roll to see if the carnivorous mule eats your character. If he doesn't, that's cool. You know, players can deal with that, but he would lose characters to the carnivorous mule. It's pretty brutal.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah,
Hell of a mule.
it's fun. I had a cow fall on somebody one time, but I'm not that brutal, right, guys?
I am ready to die after these sanity checks. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Brutality's all part of it, right?
Always one or the other, dying or going insane, right? Or you can
Or the
be
combo.
or you can be a survivor. You know, the rare survivor who's seen it all.
I don't think you want to be the survivor.
I have seen elder gods in the flesh.
They've got it the worst.
All right, we're just waiting for Tommy, I think. We'll see if Kyle pops in at some point. Kyle's cracking me up, guys. He rolls up this character who's a circus performer by profession, which in itself is so pulpy. Call it Cthulhu, right? So it's almost like a pulp character born in our 1920s standard game. He was like, dude, I need some special equipment, like some Slaughter Beach brand equipment, or off-brand stuff, because that's Bear's style. Like, he likes Black Label beer. He thinks it's the best. So
Mercy in his soul.
Yeah, so it made me think, you know, like, I know how some of the old pulp characters had little devices they had and shit. Equipment. Yeah. Came up with a few things. An off-brand switchblade that only opens half the time. When it does open, he gets plus 50 on initiative. When it doesn't open, he gets minus 50 on initiative. So just items that when they work really well, but when they don't, they don't.
I love it.
Right.
He has a Slaughter Beach brand power tie, shaped like a surfboard, embroidered fish on it. And it gives them a bonus die or a penalty die on social rolls, depending on a luck roll.
They're either repelled or they're entranced.
Yeah, we're horrified.
Yeah, right.
Did you give him one of those little handshake buzzers? Shock you when you give him a handshake.
Right. But a real shock. Careful, Barry. Last time you sent Grandma to the hospital. But it's funny, pointing out the fact that he is kind of a pulp character among a bunch of hapless, unwitting characters in a horror story. He's the comic book guy, the comic book hero, you know. Jumps out of the airplane at the end of the story.
And he knows he's already experienced some of the horror.
Yeah, Eddie has too. Alex's character has too. We'll get to that too, Alex, actually.
It's just beginning for me, man.
Yeah, so in the way of a recap, I think overall the investigation's gone well. There have been some startling revelations this day. You come to find out that the Arkham Witch Trial papers are really not what they seem. They're not just some old historical document. They appear to be something much more. Perhaps an original document that has never been seen, that has been known about through the years, but nobody ever knew that it actually existed or where it was. Speaking specifically of the diagrams, mathematical formula, and alchemical formulas that are written in this collection of papers, supposedly written by the hand of Keziah Mason herself. When she witch in one of the Salem witch trials, she was accused, first of all, of stealing 12 children. It's her crime. She claimed to have discovered a way of transcending our dimension. She spoke of it as in dimensions, third dimensional, fourth dimensional stuff. Discovered a way through angles and formula to move across different realities, planes, dimensions is what she called them. But nobody ever knew what happened to these papers, and she showed the judges and the priests and everybody. Well, she showed that she drew these diagrams and purported to be those. So that's first and foremost. The papers are not what they seem at first.
We have the diagrams?
No, they're supposedly in the collection of witch
We'd like
papers.
That are missing. Okay, got it. Okay.
We'd love to.
Yeah, you found that a lot of the rest of the papers are just accounts, first-hand accounts of the trials themselves and the people involved. Hobhouse wrote a lot of those manuscripts. Well, Hobhouse's ancestor, 200 years ago, wrote a lot of the stuff in there. You found that leader, now dead, and reanimated since being dead, consulted with Professor Armitage, the director of Eschatonic Library, the Orne Library, about these papers. And he seemed to think, and this is in Charlie's leader's notes, Armitage seemed to think that the diagrams or whatever that were in these papers were the Keziah Mason documents. Then, there's let's see. So we'll just talk about last session a little bit. Last session we started out, you guys had encountered Anthony Flinders. He's a young grad student, pre-student, who approaches the group, Harry, and offers to basically join up with you guys. He wants to see the papers himself, just interest in the occult, witchcraft. Says he's been trying to find out where the papers are. He's been shadowing Dean Fallon, following him around. He claims that Dean Fallon himself, which is the guy who basically asked you guys to find the papers, Dean Fallon and a Professor Harland Roach are secret lovers and devil worshippers, that they stole the papers, or at least so he thinks. He also accuses Amelia Court, leader's former assistant, also a history student, of being involved, being a witch as well. All them witches. So that night, this evening, Flinders said that he was going to a ball for the Philanthropic Society of Arkham and posing as a server, catering company there, and just keeping an eye on Fallon because he was invited to this ball. The ball so happens to be, Harry, at your other character, Ajax Smith's home, Smith Manor.
Oh, I didn't know that was Harry's character. Cool.
Yeah, of course, Ajax is a big contributor, to the university and all of the societies for the poor and all that kind of stuff,
Excellent. Okay, so we've met Ajax. All right, when we got here.
Yeah, so he hosts events for the big wigs every now and then here in town. He knows them all. So these guys went to the ball, all in tuxedos. Watched Dean Fallon as well. Nothing much really happened. You guys didn't find anything out. Harland Roach didn't show up like you thought that he might. but Dean Fallon was there with a young secretary, just living it up. You guys
Did we
had-
get a chance to mingle and talk? Like,
course.
I would have tried to talk to the young secretary.
Oh, I don't think you talked to her. Oh, you did. You introduced yourself, and she recognized you, Tom, because she is your colleague's secretary, Dr. Gould's secretary.
Right. Yeah. Did I get a chance to talk to her privately?
No, nothing in detail. She said she asked you where he was. She said, "Where's Elliot? Have you seen Elliot?" Meaning Dr. Gould. Last time you saw Dr. Gould was at the funeral home when he said he had a meeting that afternoon.
Okay.
That's about all you shared with her, I think.
Did
You guys
she
also
know about the missing papers, though? Or she didn't say?
No, probably not. No, I mean, no. Nobody knows about the missing papers, presumably, except for you guys and Dean Fallon.
And Dr. Rhodes.
And Dr. Roach now, yeah. And Anthony Flinders. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's getting out, so.
So you guys spent some time at the ball. You guys had some private time in Mr. Smith's smoking parlor, discussing things. Harry, I don't know where it came from, but I told them, Ajax told them that he is going to winter in Paris, given the happenings in Orchard Run and the Deadlight, and showing concern also that what Dr. Saladin keeps in the casket may be set free if we're not careful. So he's wintering in Paris, or at least so he says. Okay. I figured, if he has the means to get out of Dodge for a while and let things cool down, and normally he winters in Paris anyway. So there's that.
There might be more horrible things in Paris, hiding in the catacombs.
There are. Have you heard of the ghoul cults, Paris?
See? I mean, where else are you going to go, Really? Jeez. So Ajax, I think you should just hang here and help with this.
So Mr. Smith invited you all to stay the night in his manor. You declined and told him that you had some breaking and entering to do this evening. Proceeded to Lucy Stone's house. Violent storm kicks up this night. It's cold and dark, windy, rainy. Arriving at Lucy's house, find the place torn apart, been ransacked. There's a smell of rotten garbage pervading the air. Looking around, find that it looks like I may not have mentioned this clearly, or maybe not at all, but the garbage stench was coming from the trash can in the kitchen, which looks like it probably hasn't been emptied in about a week. You guys found a matchbook in a coin tray, Hibbs Roadhouse. Jimmy recognizes this as a juice bar / speakeasy edge of town.
I look for any mirrors, but I don't look into
The
them.
Roadhouse.
The bear notices what appeared to be hoof prints near the back door where you guys broke in. Also, when you guys broke in the back door, also there was mud and leaves, water on the door inside the house by the back door, as if the door had been left open or something.
Didn't we track those prints out too?
Yeah, Bear found the prints. Jimmy identified them as hoof prints.
But standing.
Chandler realized that they weren't normal hoof prints either. It wasn't like a cow or a pig or something. It was something two-legged. Near the back gate in the yard, the hoof prints lead through the back gate, up the sidewalk to the street out in front of the house. At some point, Chandler realizes that it's actually not two-legged hoof creatures, or one, but it's actually two sets of prints. The prints lead to an open manhole cover in the street. The manhole's
So
like
you said that they
puffs
weren't
of
like horse prints.
Yes, maybe not quite as
And so are
large.
they-
Yeah,
Do we think, smaller animal.
Yeah, Jimmy first thinks it may be pigs. It'd be a big pig, but not two-legged pigs.
Something ain't right. I ain't going down there. That's what Jimmy says. I ain't going in there.
Yeah,
no fucking way.
Yeah, there's like these puffs of smoke coming out of the manhole cover,
Hell no.
And then the crows are seen lining the power lines and the roof peaks around.
All right, so we've got a couple different leads.
Well, more happened, I think, at the end of last session, so let me finish, I guess. You guys decided to go back to Jimmy's place after this.
Oh, that's right.
Note, I didn't require any sanity rolls for the hoof prints. Maybe I should have. Keep that in mind. You guys wound up going back to Jimmy's place. On the way, Eddie decided to stop by his place to get some fresh clothes or to get his raincoat. He forgot his fucking raincoat. Eddie went home. He finds that his door lock is Jimmy broken. Front door broken.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's in place. Kind of befuddled. It didn't take anything. Doesn't look like nothing's been disturbed. But while doing his business in the bathroom, he notices something that somebody may not normally notice. But you know, the hair accumulates on your hairbrush when you use it. The hairbrush has been picked clean.
That's right.
So he kind of freaks out, and that's where we left off. I think that was the last thing that happened. So Eddie's freaking out a little bit. Harry, Walter had earlier, when you guys returned from, this is before the ball, earlier that evening. Walter was with the group at the funeral home, and you guys had some drinks that afternoon after the cold storage incident with the living dead. And Walter has to work in the morning, so I had Walter tell Jimmy, he's like, Jimmy, I need to work in the morning, you know, and I think I had too much to drink. I'm gonna go sleep it off. Walter went home that afternoon to his old flat above the Penny Arcade downtown, sleep it off. So Walter was not at the ball, and he was not at Lucy's. He's sleeping, presumably. It's October 3rd, 1925, 11:56 p.m. Bear, Jimmy, Dr. Chandler are at Jimmy's place, apartment. Eddie's at his place. Walter, you're at home. So let's go to Eddie first. Okay, Eddie.
Yeah.
Upon realizing that the hair is missing from your brush, you presume the worst. But what? I'm interested. What? He would exclaim something, probably. What would he exclaim?
Let's see. What would my ex-wife been?
Harriet.
Damn it, Harriet! The hell is this? Stealing my hair?
Yeah, she's stolen stuff from you before.
The hell?
Not your hair. But then it occurs to you, you know, just coming from Lucy's house, the hoof prints, you know, so you immediately kind of look down at the floor, you're looking for hoof prints. Instinctively.
And?
Front door, kind of banging now in the wind. Eddie. Bang. Bang.
Are there any footprints?
No? No apparent
And I'm
footprints.
gonna take a deep breath. Just gotta get out of here. Just gotta get my stuff and go. We gotta worry about this stupid hairbrush. And I'm mumbling to myself as I go walk back to the front door and I close it.
You walk up to the front door and you look outside, and you always have these feral cats hanging around your doorstep, you know, in the neighborhood. And as you step outside, all these feral cats are sitting there, and they're looking at something on the street, down the street a little bit, but they all scatter when you come out. You look down the street, just, you know, maybe 40 feet. Lying in the street is what appears to be a soggy, dirty newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a rolled up newspaper, and it's dirty and soggy looking. Around the newspaper are these 6 crows, and they're pecking at the newspaper. That's what the cats were looking at. Kind of turn, you know, you said you were going to shut the door? Or try to shut it because the latch is broken on it and the lock.
Yeah.
Wait, who's
just...
Eddie?
guess okay. If the latch is broken, yeah, all right. I'm gonna grab my raincoat. I'm gonna let's see, what else do I want to grab? I don't know. Do I have like a toolbox? I'm gonna grab a toolbox out of my garage or something.
Well,
yeah, my toolbox,
out of your
my
kitchen. Yeah.
Sure. My
It's an
kitchen
efficiency.
toolbox. Yeah. Do I have a med kit anywhere?
Toolbox, raincoat, a med kit, yeah, and your cab.
Ooh, perfect. Okay. Maybe just a spare set of clothes. Just some regular my spare clothes. And I'm gonna just, I guess, do I want to? Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here, man. This isn't right. This is bad.
Yeah, probably almost involuntarily say that. You're like, I'm out of here. Step outside the front door, and you look at the newspaper. It's still there, and you see these crows all gathered around this newspaper. Realize that what they're pecking at is a pool of what appear to be earthworms sitting in the muddy, wet paper.
Ew.
A pool of worms, hundreds, feasting on these worms.
All right, I'm going back in for some gasoline.
Gasoline? Okay.
Gasoline.
Cabbie probably keeps some extra gas can in his cab, right?
I'm sure, yeah.
Okay. You go to the trunk of your car. It's pouring down rain. You got a raincoat on now, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some gasoline down on the worms and just light a match and set it on fire.
Okay, as you walk over to it with the gas can and your Zippo, the crows scatter, okay? You look down at the paper, and what would normally be like newspaper print on the front page that you're looking down at are actually crawling worms and maggots forming letters in the paper.
Oh.
It doesn't sound good.
You blink, and the worms are gone. And now all you see is this wet, muddy, kind of disintegrating Arkham Gazette sitting on the street. Instinctively look around. You don't see any of the crows. The crows are gone.
I just need some sleep at this point. It's getting late. I'm just seeing things. That's all. I'm gonna. Yeah. At this point, I'm just heading directly back. Yeah.
All right. Eddie hops in his cab, starts it up, peels out of there.
This ain't right.
All right. Let's go to Jimmy's place. Dr. Chandler, Bear, Jimmy, you're all up in your apartment, Jimmy. Eddie gets back. You hear him come in up front. You guys are in one of the Jimmy's office, you know. Eddie comes in. He looks a little pale. He got his raincoat on.
Just
what's up,
just
Eddie?
seeing things. That's all. Hey everyone, I'm back.
Bear would be the one to notice probably because he spent the most time with Eddie. Bear realized something ain't right with Eddie.
What happened, Eddie?
So first of all, I get back to my place and it's been robbed. Well, maybe not robbed, but the door was busted open, and I mean, and nobody took nothing, but I guess I don't know what the hell was going on. I just grabbed my stuff and I got out of there. But a couple things. One, my hair was not on my hairbrush. Now, you may be hearing that and thinking, Eddie, you're just crazy. But I've never cleaned that brush, and I don't know who or what would want that hair. I mean, no wild animal would come in after somebody broke my door in to grab hair off a hairbrush. Maybe it was my wife. Maybe I don't know what it was, But anyways, the hair's gone, and I don't know what to do with that. So I get out and I leave, and there's these worms. You know what I mean, Jimmy? There's just a big pile of worms. Bunch of crows eating the worms. What's with all the crows lately? What's with that? The big pile of worms. I go get some gasoline. I want to burn the worms because I mean these are witches. Maybe I don't know.
All right. Okay.
I'm in a cult role or anthropology role. Do I know of hair being used in rituals of any kind? I mean, it just sounds odd.
Bear says to you, Dr. Chandler, in a low voice, he says, I think Eddie's losing his marble stock.
I say, well, I'm glad it wasn't my hair missing.
I think, from the old country, that is kind of like, your hair and your nail clippings, right? Wasn't that something you wanted to keep away from the witches?
They need something from you to cast a spell on you. Yeah, man.
It vaguely sounds witchy.
It does.
It sounds witchy to me. That's what Jimmy says. That sounds like some witch stuff.
Yeah,
You tell
voodoo.
Whatever it is, it ain't Christian.
Let's have Eddie make a sanity roll. Now's the time.
I pull out a crucifix and little put it on him. I'm like, here you go, man.
Oh,
Here you
shoot,
go,
I
Eddie.
clicked.
This will help
And I'm
you.
handing my rosary, here, man, put this on.
Yeah, exactly.
So Eddie, it's just all
Click
coming out, like
the-
it's coming out of his mouth, like he's a little frantic, obviously. What is your sanity?
I just clicked the sanity button and it sent it down to 12. I don't know why, and I don't know what it was before that. Oh, it's the where do
You
I
have max
click
or
to roll
current. So I think you would have been max starting power, so 60. That in there. And I'm gonna lock your sheet.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it was? It's because I had it unlocked.
Probably.
Oh shoot.
I think I just only
That's
lost a
not
few
good.
sanity. I can look and check later, but would have been like what? 50?
Now, let's
Oh wait,
see,
it says how many you lost
sanity.
under daily, Alex. 2 out of 12. So you should.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Let me look at my last sanity check in chat as well, just to make sure everything's kosher.
Oh, I did
Sorry
not
about
mention,
that.
guys. I did a development phase, which is where you do skill checks, skill improvements, and you roll to recoup your luck points. And I did that all automatically. If you look in the chat pane and scroll up, you'll be able to find what you rolled and what you improved and all that stuff.
Oh, cool. Okay. So what's my luck now?
Okay.
I can't
So I make a sanity check.
Chandler did not recover any luck. His current luck is 20 or 55. His current luck.
55.
He rolled a 29.
Got it.
All right. I got a success.
Okay, no sanity loss.
I mean, whatever the hell it is, I think I just need to get some rest. I'm just stressed. It's been a real rough day.
All right. Well, have we looked at those papers that we brought with us back from that safe?
Yes, you've looked through them pretty thoroughly.
Okay, and that's what you were talking about earlier. So, okay.
You found some of Professor Leader's notes in there that he made when he first acquired the papers. Just a little bit of information about the papers themselves and that he consulted Professor Armitage about them.
Yeah, what do we know about Armitage as far as I know there's a concern we want to keep this secret, of course, but what do we know about him? Is he someone that we could trust? Does Tom know of his reputation, or is
He has an excellent reputation. He's been director of the Orne Library since I think 1902. Got several degrees. Speaks
I would
several
be familiar
languages.
with him. Right? Wouldn't I know this guy? Meet him in the
board of
library?
directors. Yeah, just about everybody, especially if you're a history professor, would know him or anything. Well, yeah, really everybody would know, who Professor Armitage is. Whether you know him personally, Tom, I don't think so. Maybe not at this point, but
we've got that as a lead. We've got the matchbook we found, this speakeasy outside of town. We could decide to just kill Roach
And Armitage wasn't at the festival, right? Or the ball?
No, he was
No,
not.
I don't think he was.
Yeah. See, we should find Armitage.
Resetting your all's
I wonder if
daily
we-
sanity loss because midnight is here. Now about midnight.
So we probably should sleep. Take a watch. Have one person stay up and do that kind of thing.
Hmm.
So let's
You
get
could
some
certainly
rest,
use
and then
some
tomorrow
rest.
Yeah, let's put someone on watch. Have a weapon.
I'd rather take some codeine and keep going, brother. And right, they're on a time frame here, man. The
Yeah.
clock's ticking. We should be messing up, and going strong.
Well, maybe but I mean, we can't roust Armitage from his sleep.
Why not?
If
Who
that's-
says he's sleeping? If he's doing what I think he's doing, he's not sleeping.
Hey Tom, Dr. Chandler goes into the Jimmy's office. You see Bear sitting there in a chair. He's passed out. He's had a little bit to drink today with a burning cigar in his mouth.
Ugh.
Eddie, still frantic, decides
Here, have a drink, Eddie.
that everybody's going to die
Drink.
in his mind.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Everything's going to be fine, Eddie. I try to talk Eddie down. I'm like, it's okay. We've all seen crazy stuff. I think someone else saw some worms too earlier.
It was Eddie
Yeah,
In his-
crazy
in his
stuff
hot-
going on.
in his
man.
hot dog.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody's
Okay,
bunking
everything's
down
gonna
at
be fine.
Jimmy's. All right, cool. All right,
So we're armed. We have the weapons with us. We got them out of the car and everything. Hunkered down.
asks Dr. Chandler.
Oh yeah.
No, I
I've
have
got the
my
Wood Axe.
gun.
I've got my
No,
Wood
I-
Axe. I've got my Wood Axe handy and my Thompson for sure. And my 45. I've got all that stuff right there.
Okay. All right, so everybody's bunking down at Jimmy's. So we're going to go to you, Harry. We're going to go to Walter. Let me see here. All right, Walter.
Sorry.
As I said, Harry, Walter has had.
He's at his place.
Say that again?
He's at his place.
He is. On the map here, he is downtown. He rents a little efficiency above the Penny Arcade there, downtown on High Lane.
Looks nice and quiet.
Well, it's a stormy night, unfortunately, and his rest is constantly disturbed by the peals of thunder.
And
But
the railroad yard.
yeah, but he's a working man, you know. I mean, it's what look at the calendar. I think it's like a Tuesday night. Yeah, it's a Tuesday night. You know, you have to work tomorrow. You've already been working, so you're tired. You're half drunk. You're sleeping pretty soundly, for the most part. And you wake, and you look at the clock, and it's like 12:06 a.m. And there was this noise coming from your window that woke you up. You look over at your window, and on your windowsill outside is a crow, a black bird, and it's pecking at your window. And you're like, you're really tired. You just kind of float back off into unconscious.
I shoot it in the shoulder.
And again, like sound coming from a window keeps waking you up. And you'll look, and sometimes nothing will be there. Time
And is
passes.
the window open?
No, the window's closed.
Okay.
There's this annoying bird at your window. And you don't really think too much of it. We're going to advance time a little bit. Wake up again. You think you've woken up several times tonight because of this. You wake up, you look at your clock, it's 4:06 a.m. And the storm is still going. You know, you hear this thunder and this rain coming, pounding against your window. And you think of this bird at your window, and you can think to yourself, maybe it was just a dream. There was this bird at your window, because you look over, there's no bird there. You just woke up kind of naturally. You know, it's still dark, it's 4 a.m. and you start pulling your socks on. You're like, I gotta find those other guys or whatever. And you look at your window. There's something wrong with your window. There's something weird about it. Like something on the like something stuck on the outside of your window, and you kind of scrunch your eyes and you look at it. There appear to be what appear to be slugs, like snails without shells. At least a dozen of them. That are kind of stuck and slithering across the glass on the outside of your window. Let's get your attention a moment. You're like, and you think to yourself, well, if those are dreams about a bird at my window, now there's like slugs on my window. Is this a dream still that I'm in? I think you actually think so. Maybe you can like smack yourself. Wake up, Walter. So you can't really help yourself, but stand up. You pull your socks on, you stand up, you walk over to the window to get a closer look, and you do see numerous slugs slithering on the glass outside your window. You look out, you see the lights from the Hardee's hardware sign across the street are glowing in neon. There's electric street lamps lining the street below you outside. You're in a second-story apartment. You're looking down at the street. These electric street lamps. There's this peal of thunder that shakes the floor, shakes the whole building, and this flash of lightning kind of startles you. And you turn away from the window. But as you do, in the flash of lightning, you think you saw something kind of odd about one of the lamp posts on the street. You kind of, bend and look out the window again at this lamp post. Clearly, you see it now. Hunched atop the lamp post is what appears to be a small monkey-like creature. It has large.
Not the monkeys.
It has large black eyes and a prehensile tail clinging to the post. There's another flash of light, and thunder just rocks the building. And Walter, you see this thing spread what appear to be leathery bat-like wings, and it flies off into the night. Out.
What the hell?
You think towards south, towards the tracks, towards the river. I want Walter to make a sanity roll.
Okay.
Towards Hibbs Roadhouse. No.
Almost looked like.
Sorry, I'm not finding where it is on the character sheet.
Press. Oh, you see your character sheet. It's going to be towards the bottom left, and green, where it says SAN, sanity.
Okay. Right.
You'll just click on those letters, SAN.
Okay, got it. So this is a regular roll?
It's a regular roll, yep. Looking for success or failure.
He fails.
Walter, you lose 1 sanity point from seeing the monkey bat thing.
Walter's like,
The monkey bat.
That does not look good.
Mm-hmm.
There might
Has
be
Wizard
more
of Oz come out yet?
And you look down at your wristwatch.
I'm gonna need some help.
Yeah, Walter, you look at your wristwatch and it's 4:11 a.m. And again, you think, am I dreaming or did this really birds at my window? You're kind of freaked out. You don't know what to think. What's Walter gonna do?
Does he have a vehicle?
He has a bicycle, I believe. Check.
Is there phone service regularly available, or like,
There is. You don't
just like
have your
party
own
line?
phone, but yeah, there's a phone box on the street outside your place by the
it's
Penny Arcade.
outside, then.
To get to Jimmy's, it would be probably about a 15-minute bike ride for you, Walter. There's monkey bats out there.
Yeah. He's not interested in undertaking that.
You start second guessing
Uh,
yourself, Harry. It was a bird. It wasn't a monkey bat. It was a crow. You've seen these crows at your window all night. It had to be a crow. Or, wait, maybe they weren't crows. Maybe it was that thing that was in my window. Start second guessing himself. Whether it was a dream or not, or whether this was a dream itself.
Hmm.
Slugs are still
I guess
slithering
because you
across
want-
your window.
Dude.
Dozens of them, probably. You think, maybe
Only a
maybe
dozen?
that's what the birds were after. They're eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes
Can I
sense.
get to the window on the outside?
No, it's on the outside of a two-story building.
Well, I mean, is it like a double hung window? Can I?
Sure.
Do you know? But slugs are monkey bat's favorite treat.
Oh,
So
Forgotten
he'll
lore.
open the window
They
and
love
try and see if he can
slugs.
pick them off and like throw them down on the ground.
that's exactly what you
Salt.
do, Walter.
Salt.
Yeah, it's exactly what you do. You open the window and you're able to pull them off and just throwing them down onto the grass down there or something. He does. He peels off each slug until eventually there are none remaining. Now your window's just covered with slug slime.
Well, so he smiles at first at having removed them all and how silly he was earlier.
I know he's rationalizing it now, but the crows
and
were
then he
eating
looks-
the slugs. Yeah.
He looks at the slug trails on the windows and frowns about that.
Yeah. What a mess.
I'm gonna have to clean that up. And then he closes the window, maybe, I don't know, or maybe he leaves it open.
It is raining. Getting wet in here.
Okay, then he would close it.
Okay.
And I think he'll try and go back to sleep and think.
You go
tomorrow
back to
morning I'm
sleep.
gonna check in with Jimmy.
Sure. You go back to sleep, Walter. You wake up about an hour later. There's this crow pecking at your window. However, it kind of startles you to see it's snowing outside. This is about just before sunrise, probably, about almost 5 a.m. See just a little bit of daylight and it's snowing. Not heavily, kind of lightly, but some unseasonal snow for October 4th. Feel the cold creeping
So-
into your apartment as well.
Um,
No, it does.
It's going to be a Wednesday.
I think at this point he will decide that he's not sure if the snow would continue. It could easily turn into ice. I don't know. What is when he opened the window? How did it feel? Really cold outside?
Well, yeah, you open again. You open it again just to kind of see, and it's chilly. Probably in the 30s. And the snow's kind of wet, not like December cold, but man, it got really cold. It must have been a front coming through last night. Sure. But there's a little bit of a wind, but most of it's just kind of a gentle snow this morning. Looks like the sky is beginning to clear a little bit.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking that he would think that once the sun comes up, then he'll head over to Jimmy's place and see what.
Yeah. So you think to
If
yourself,
they've seen flying monkeys or, had slug infestations or something.
yeah, you're kind of checking, you crack your window open just to kind of feel the air outside.
Or are there other windows on the building?
You'd have 2 windows, I guess, in your apartment. That's what you mean.
And are the slugs on both windows?
No, just the one. The one that damn crow was pecking at last night. I think that's what it was. But as you crack the window to kind of feel the temperature outside, you're like, damn, it's getting cold. You can't help but look down at that lamppost by your apartment. Of course, there's no bat monkey thing sitting on it, but where it was. See, the cars beginning to cruise down High Lane Street this Wednesday morning. Businesses are starting to open.
Okay, then if the footing seems unsure, he'll just walk.
Yeah, it's a pretty
But
quick
if he's
walk.
confident that it's not too icy, then
Mhm.
he'll ride his bicycle.
Bundle
over to
up,
Jimmy's.
Walter.
Definitely putting his heavy coat on.
And Walter pulls on his pea coat. Walks to Jimmy's place. So going back to Jimmy's place. Wednesday, October 4th. Time here just a little bit. 5:40 a.m. Who's the early riser at Jimmy's place? Probably Jimmy, because he didn't sleep all night. We talk about that for a second. Jimmy, what little sleep you do get that night is haunted by these terrible dreams. It recurred several times last night, and you can't get it out of your head. The dreams involve you, sort of this nondescript, dark room, lying on your back, feeling completely immobilized. Have you ever had a dream when you feel like you can't move? Almost everybody has. But it was that feeling of being paralyzed and not being able to move at all.
Night terrors.
And these crows start showing up and start pecking at your eyes until eventually, horribly painful cries. These crows are pecking out Jimmy's eyes in the dream. And all he can see is darkness. So Jimmy didn't sleep much last night because the crows were pecking out his eyes. Horrible, horrible dream, Jimmy.
I think I might have to have a morning drink.
The electrician is supposed to show up this morning to install those extra lights that you ordered for your place.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Lamps, lights, floodlights,
Absolutely.
stuff like that.
Yeah. I definitely keep 2 flashlights on me, 2 Zippos, some flares in my car, lantern in the car, all that's in there.
Absolutely. Guys, I need to step away just for a minute. I'm going to take a leak. You guys discuss next steps. I'll be right back.
All right, so we've got that sanitarium letter, right? We've got Professor Armitage. We've got the other telegram from that Wick guy. Of course, there's always Harlan Roach or Dean Fallon. We could surveil them. I think that's it. I think Armitage might be the best next step.
Definitely, I agree.
Willing to take the chance of being, I think probably if we say, hey, look, you have to keep this totally, confidential, but we need your help.
Right.
I think Tom, doesn't your character have a special college skill or something like that, Tom?
Oh yeah, we got like anthropology or something. Hold on.
I think you have like a Miskatonic university skill or something like that.
Yeah, I do. Hold on.
Maybe Armitage.
Anthropology, archaeology, both 41s. But there was a pull up my character sheet if you can, because I can't scroll down, and it's like
I'm back.
lower down.
Are we trying to find out?
Okay.
Don't I have a Mistonic role? Like one of my skill sets is the
It's an
Mistonic
Arkham
University.
skill, Miskatonic University faculty.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
And I'll call
Yeah,
for
so
that
they're
whenever you need to know something about someone who works there, or just maybe even just general information about the campus itself.
Yeah, so I think maybe Professor Armitage next, and then of course we found that little that matchbook for that Hibbs Roadhouse. So maybe Armitage, and then maybe check the Roadhouse out.
Yes.
There's
Do we
I'm
know
not
where
really sure how to approach the sanitarium or the Wick telegram. Like I said, we could always try to surveil Harlan Roach, but I think Armitage first, then maybe the speakeasy, the Hibbs place, and then maybe surveil Roach. I don't know.
Walter shows up at Jimmy's place. He looks wet.
We all look haggard.
He takes off his galoshes.
All right. So when we approach Armitage, do you want to be totally honest with him and basically tell him everything we found out so far?
I want to see him first. I want to see what he looks like. Make sure he's not, got monkey wings or something. or Eddie's hair, ball of hair, and he's not cooking it in a stew. I mean, I'm getting worried about Armitage. But do we know where he is? Like to see if like office hours? Do we know where his house is? His dorm? His
he runs the library, so I'm sure he's probably got an office right there.
He does. He has an office at the Orne Library, the director's office.
It's 5:41 a.m.
They're about. Yeah.
To be completely clear, the reference to Armitage is in some of these notes that we have, correct?
Yes, Charles Leader took some notes after he first acquired the Arkham Witch trial papers describing them and what's in them, and mentioned in those notes that he had talked to Armitage and that he thought that the diagrams and stuff that were in there were these Keziah Mason papers that nobody had ever found.
Yeah, we need to talk to him.
So,
let's hunt him down.
So I guess I just want to be careful about what we tell Armitage. Basically,
he would know these papers are missing, right? Because he'd been one of the curators of it once they were actually categorized.
Well,
that's the whole thing, Tom. He probably wouldn't.
He probably doesn't know they're missing.
The dean doesn't want anybody knowing that they're missing till they're found. Well, they need to be found as soon as possible, because if he has to admit that the papers are missing, that's really bad for him and the school.
So we go there and we ask him, "Hey man, can we see the papers? We heard you had them."
Pretty cool.
Let's do it.
That's one approach.
Well, yeah, I mean, clearly he definitely talked to Leader or Leader, got some type of consultation from him. I guess we could.
Yeah, we'll say, "Hey man, you talked to Leader about those papers. What do you know about them? Do you have them?"
Right. But we're going to have to justify our question, which is going to, in other words, we're going to have to tell him we're investigating this. We have to swear him to secrecy, basically, before we tell him, right?
And you're certain that Dean Fallon, if he found out that you had shared this information with anybody, would be upset too. He told you not to share it with anybody.
Right.
That we even got the papers, or that they even existed.
Yeah, they need them back.
No, that they were stolen, especially.
Okay.
We know you have the papers, Dr. Armitage. Just turn them over.
You saw them.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll just have you seen what's his name lately? The guy who we had to cut in half, or no, the guys whose eyes? Yeah, the guy who we had to cut in half.
Charles Leader.
Whose eyes got. Have you seen Leader lately, or what do you know about Leader? We'll start the conversation there.
Well, most people would probably know that he died of a heart attack, but yeah.
Right. Okay.
But I guess we're okay telling this guy, right? That. Well, we're going to be okay telling this guy that we're investigating this, right? If we can get him to swear confidentiality, is that sound okay?
I say we got to go find him first. See how the conversation rolls. There's no way to know, dude, unless we talk to the guy.
Yeah, we have to have some kind of entree as to why we're asking the questions, right?
It'll be like, "Hey man, what's his name? And what was the last project you were working on with him? And let's see if he lies about it. Or maybe he'll tell the truth. Oh, there are these witch papers." We'll be like, "Oh, really? Tell us more." Or if he says something else, then we know he's lying because we know he was working on these papers with them. So let's see what he says.
Right.
That's my plan.
Okay. Sure.
And if he lies, we kill him. And if he tells us the truth, we ask him to take a look. Unless monkeys fly out, or there's maggots everywhere, or a mirror melts. I mean,
Yes, we can use some we can use some psychology rolls too to see if he's telling the truth or kind of see where he's coming from.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So we go look for him at the library.
Okay. Arriving at the library, there's a receptionist there, general receptionist, and she tells you that she'll call Dr. Armitage's office and try to set up a meeting this morning for you. Comes back that he happens to be available now.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's go, guys. Thank you, man.
Yeah, so she escorts you to Dr. Armitage's office. Going into the office, Dr. Chandler, you would be especially impressed with just the small library that he has in here. He's got first editions, stuff in Greek, Latin, Chinese, all this books and shit in here. He greets you warmly. He is an older gentleman, probably in his mid to late 60s, very well groomed, very well dressed, speaks with a bit of a lisp. He has sort of sort of dark hair, dark gray hair with gray streaks in it. But his eyes are the thing. First meet him and he shakes all of your hands in turn. His eyes, he has these piercing eyes.
Yeah, here we go.
Bids you all sit down, and after you guys kind of tell him what we just discussed, just inquiring about the papers.
No, I first asked you, what do you think about the what's his name being, dying, and what he knows about it?
Oh, so you're going to start with that? What do you think about Charles Leader dying?
Yeah. I mean, isn't that awful? I mean, Charles, isn't that horrible?
Well, yes, of course. It's always fortunate when a man of his caliber passes. We'll all miss him greatly.
What were you working on any projects with him lately? What was the last thing you were working on with it?
Well, as you may know, Dr. Chandler, he was given the task of assessing and collating the Cobb collection, the Hobhouse papers.
Did you help him with that? Did you get to see him?
He consulted me about various articles in the collection, yes. Of particular interest were the Arkham Witch Trial papers.
Oh, do you have those here? I'd like to see them.
No, I believe Dr. Leader would be keeping them either in his office or some other place. Unfortunately, I think Dean Fallon's been put in charge of the collection temporarily until we can find someone to take Leader's place. One thing I did find, and particularly interesting about the papers, is a very rare document, handwritten, of course, almost 200 years old. Certainly requires further study.
I press him for more, I talk more Professor Curiosity.
Professor Todd.
Do tell. Yeah, Professor Todd. Do tell more. I heard there were ancient, symbols of a type.
Yes, he confirms that. He tells you that there were some drawings, mathematical formulae and alchemical formulae that were in the papers. Some of them are illustrated, or some of the actual Hobhouse writings are illustrated as well, showing he said they're showing old wood carvings of courtroom scene, burning witches, sort. But a lot of it is just Caleb Hobhouse speaking of a number of notable legal and spiritual authorities in colonial New England at the time. The drawing sections are unique, and how Hobhouse acquired these, I do not know. We've never been able to find these documents. Many assume that they were just figments of myth or imagination. I think now that we have discovered that they do exist.
Did you recognize any of this?
Well, I have studied witchcraft and the occult through the years, of course, but we really won't know much about it until it's studied further, Dr. Chandler.
Of course.
Hopefully the dean will find someone to take good care of them. In time, I'm sure we shall find out what they're all about.
So should we knock this guy out and search his library?
No, we can't do that. He's too important. He's too high profile. I think the question is, can I do a psychology roll and see if this guy is do I feel like he's being honest and,
Like a lie detection roll? Yeah.
Yes.
To see if he's being sincere. Is
We'll
this
give all
guy
you guys
being
a
sincere?
psychology roll.
Or is he trying to hide something? That's the question. Is he being sincere, or is he trying to hide? Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody can roll psychology. Have you roll anyway at some point here? Discussion.
Ooh, Chandler, hard success, baby.
Bam. What I was
Makes
looking
sense.
for, I was looking for a hard success. I like the opposed mechanic in this game because based on Armitage's best social skill, like charm or fast talk or persuade, or even on his on an intelligence score, if his score is over 50, it's going to require a hard success for somebody trying to do psychology on him. So Dr. Chandler,
Oh, shit.
you do realize that during this discussion you're having with Professor Armitage in his office, in his really cool fucking office, by the way. He also has bits and baubles from Africa and Egypt and cool artifacts in here and shit. During this discussion, you realize that he does seem like a little nervous talking about papers. Moments of what appear to be inflection, where he stops talking, looks like he's thinking.
He's trying to make sure he doesn't slip up. This is the guy we need to surveil.
Matter of fact, one point, Dr. Chandler, as he's speaking to you, he reaches out to grab the cup of tea that he's drinking. You can see his hand shaking slightly. And his eyes look at you piercingly, Dr. Chandler. Says,
Thank you
Dr. Chandler,
for your
why is
information,
it that
Doctor.
you're so interested in papers, Dr. Leader? Do you think you might be up for the job? I know that you're not a history professor, but of course you'd be capable of such an endeavor.
It does interest me, yes.
Yes, given your
Absolutely.
expeditionary experience and
Of course.
experience in the field, certainly use someone like you.
Sean, I deleted my psychology thing off my sheet. I tried to check it as though I used it, and I actually hit a delete button. It's like gone. Can you recover it?
Yeah, you're fired. I think I can fix it, yeah. You remember, it should be right here. You had a 60%.
Yeah, and I deleted it. Now, what the hell I did that, but anyway.
We'll try to keep your sheets locked, fellas. I saw that you locked it. That's the right thing to do.
Got it.
Yeah,
My bad.
Let's take this guy and get the hell out of here, man.
All right, so we know he's lying, though. We know he knows more than he's letting on.
Dude, yeah, we need to surveil this guy. We thank him profusely for his time. Thank you, Doctor. Have a wonderful day.
Well, 1 second, though.
Get the hell out of here.
Wait, 1 moment, gentlemen. I have something else that I'd like to share with you. Since these events, Dr. Leader's or Professor Leader's passing, having seen these papers, feel that, well, let me put it this way. I feel that whatever those papers may represent, that there could very well be some truth to the legend by Mason. You know that she had claimed to have discovered means to leave this world, take other bodies, pass through different dimensions. Perhaps, said, even into what some would call the dream world.
Can we do another psychology roll?
Well, he says, since papers have come into our possession, I've noticed things in my surroundings, things that just
Like what?
don't seem right. Doors opening and closing by themselves. Voices in my upstairs bedroom, and I know that nobody's
Crows?
there. Say again?
Crows? I say questioningly.
His eyes kind of widen a little bit, Jimmy. He looks at me, he says, yes. How did you know?
Because I've seen him too, Doctor.
All right.
Silence.
Yeah, silence. There's an awkward moment of silence. Says,
So have I, says Walter. Surprised at anyone else.
Says, I feel, gentlemen, that there's something sinister afoot regarding these papers. I've warned Dean Fallon to some extent of what these papers could represent. And
What was his response? Did he laugh at you and rebuff you?
no, I feel like he may be delaying a decision on his choice. The curator of these papers, why he's stalling. Feel that they could be an important discovery.
So I say, please forgive me, Doctor, but I have to speak to my friends here for a second. Please forgive us. Please don't go anywhere. And I call everybody over to the corner. So the question is, this guy seems like he actually may be truly concerned. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think I think his nervousness was because he actually is fearful that the papers may have gotten into the wrong hands. What do you think, gentlemen?
I think that's exactly what it is.
Can we tell this guy more? Should we tell him what's going on? I think we should. Maybe I'll regret that decision. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Walter? What do you think?
Just then, Harry, before you can answer, the light fixture in the ceiling, there are two light fixtures in the ceiling, go out and they flicker a little bit and they come back on.
What do you think, Walter? What do you think, Eddie? Dr. Chandler, can we tell this guy?
Why don't we start gently? It's like, hey man, so we've been not able to locate.
We'll have to tell him about. That's the thing. If we start, we might as well tell him about what happened to the guy, the events, all of it, right?
We thought the papers would be.
That's the question. Do we want to involve this guy? I think we should. Walter,
Yes,
Eddie, any?
As you guys are discussing, yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm okay if people don't think it's a wise idea. It's just.
I think Walter would be interested in garnering as much help as possible, so he's for it.
Okay.
So you
Dr.
say, hey,
Chandler?
help? Yeah, I agree. I think we should ask him, hey man, we need your help.
Yeah. So we break out of the huddle and we say, we need your help, and we kind of start to break down.
Yeah.
The fact that we were hired to find these things.
We're trying to find the papers. Okay.
And the events that have the insane events that have.
So the events in detail, huh?
Not too much detail.
Maybe not. Maybe not gross detail, but enough. Yeah.
I mean, the detail of like Leader's corpse coming back to life.
No. We leave that out. Crows.
I think we might. No, we don't want to tell him about Leader's body reanimating.
Well, let's see what he says. Let's see how he responds to the missing papers. Then we'll tell him more if need be. Or maybe he'll tell us more. So we tell him the papers are missing. Yeah. We need his help if he has any idea where the professor could have put them.
He's shocked, and the first thing he asks is, "Fallon aware of this? You say that he's the one who told you to find the papers, or asked you to?"
Yeah, we tell him that we were sworn to secrecy, so you're sworn to secrecy now, of course. You can't talk to the dean about this at all, because, of course, there have been people that have told us that it's actually the dean and Professor Roach that have stolen the papers.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So it would seem that when Leader died, he was not in possession of the papers, was he?
That's the question.
Apparently not. Or if he was, they were taken shortly after. Yeah, we get into the whole gambling thing, the counterfeiting, basically all the searches and all the weird stuff we've encountered without the body reanimating. I think it's okay to tell him everything except for that, right?
Let's see what he says. Yeah.
All right.
What's his reaction?
So everything but the body reanimating.
Okay. Well, he takes it all in stride. Really. He's surprised, of course. Although he is not surprised that Dean Fallon's trying to cover it up. It does seem to make sense that if the university had lost these papers, that they would want to make that a temporary thing and find them as quickly as possible, so as to not damage the reputation of the university. But with all of these other things that are happening, and it seems that there are actors involved in this plot that are conspiratorial and perhaps evil.
Like Goat Boy.
Presumably you told him about the hoof prints?
Yeah, I don't know.
At this point, we do.
That's pretty crazy.
At this point, I think we do.
We do now. Yeah.
But well, surprisingly to you guys, he takes it in stride. Seems to believe you, at least.
Do you have anything? Do you have anything or possess anything in these books that would help us locate these papers? Anything that may give us an indication or indication of how we may locate them, using the dream world, or using those symbols that you saw? Have you seen them anywhere before in any of your writings? And can you reproduce them? Can you show us what you remember?
No, he doesn't think he could reproduce them. He only handled them for a short time. But it does give you a little bit of insight in that he kind of feels the most likely thing to have happened was these people that Leader was involved with in the forgery schemes. Apparently it wasn't just the papers that he wanted to forge. He had been doing this for a while. Kind of misusing library property, right? Seems likely to him that it would be the people that he was dealing with, these sort of underworld figures who were purchasing these documents and forged documents and stuff from him. Maybe they found out that they had bought a forgery somehow and decided that they wanted the real thing and came after Leader. One of his theories, anyway. Obviously, if someone were to find out that something that he had sold them was a forgery, they would be upset about it. But as far as what happened to the papers, that might be a likely thing involved with this sort of a criminal element here. He questions Wick. Who is this Wick person? I think he thinks that Wick may have been somebody that he was dealing with these forgeries.
Do we know Wick? Who's Wick?
We don't know. Just Leader received a telegram from Wick warning him about the book. If it's the real thing, it's dangerous.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep. So I mean, yeah. So So
Armitage seems to believe everything you're telling him. But he's almost as just much as at a loss as you guys are. But, Tom, when you ask him if there's anything he can do to help find the papers, he really has no idea who would have taken them or where they could be. Your guess is as good as mine. Just then the phone rings. Picks it up. Hello, Armitage. Hello? Hello? Hangs up. Nobody there.
Stuff like that, Jimmy says, happening all the time.
The phone rings again, and he looks at you, Jimmy. He nods. The phone rings again. He picks it up. Hello, Armitage. Squints his eyes, and he holds the receiver out to you guys so you can hear it, and you hear this whispering. Unintelligible.
Like, hang it up.
This is the third call I've got this week, and he hangs it up.
I unplugged the phone. Click.
Well, maybe we should tell him about what happened to the doctor's body.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, he gets loose. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So Professor,
we reveal the horror.
Cold storage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shocked. Horrified.
You can see there is evil afoot. Horrible evil.
Yeah, he gets up out of his chair, pulls out his.
You need your help, Doctor.
Pulls out his smoking pipe and his pipe tools, starts packing his pipe, gets up, walks over to the window, kind of overlooking the grounds of the university below. And he says, "Gentlemen, what have we gotten ourselves into?"
Dun dun dun.
That's the commercial.
Awesome. That means you're part of the group.
Break. Yeah. The Kool-Aid Man. Yeah, you guys spend some time here with Professor Armitage, probably a couple or a few hours discussing this stuff. You have definitely impressed upon them the importance of this Arkham Witch paper, these missing papers situation. But he also tells you guys that he really has no choice at this point but to suspect Dean Fallon as well from the investigation. That puts him in a bit of a precarious position. Feels like that at this time should probably not get directly involved, but he encourages you to continue your investigation and keep them comprised, and he will see if he can find out more about these papers or what Dr. Leader did with them.
We'll tell him to be very careful. Don't trust anybody. And we did tell him about the hoof prints, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At the residence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it turns out. It turns out that he's been experiencing some really strange occurrences and happenings in his own life. So it really kind of leads him to believe that there is truth behind what you guys are saying. He really latches on to it, actually. Although he really can't be a co-conspirator with you guys, he really can't help you guys directly.
Right.
Do what he can, though.
Yeah, right. And I'm suspecting the Dean as well. The Dean and Roach together.
Of course, a little Lovecraft lore. Little do you guys know that in the next room, right next door to Professor Armitage's office, sits a dusty old copy of the Necronomicon. Probably nobody's looked at it for years.
Dude, I'm sure Saladin's already been over here talking to him about it.
He hasn't found it yet, though. He might come across it someday. But of course, the significance of the Necronomicon is realized, at least in lore and history, a few years from now when Whately shows up to try to steal.
Another goat boy.
Right. All right. So there's the
Salt
sanitarium letter.
Necronomicon.
I'm still kind of stumped about Wick, like where we could maybe. I guess I could use some of my underworld contacts to see if we can find anybody named Wick that specializes in like counterfeiting or anything like that. Right? We do that.
Yes. And any agents, that buy that stuff? Do you guys know anybody? Any research? People that you would know?
Yeah, it would just be
And
like
then,
telling his guys, hey, there's this guy Wick. We need to find who this guy is. Find out who this guy is. Bring him to me.
I like it.
All right,
Yeah,
Jimmy. Yeah, you can put the word out about Wick.
yeah, I'm trying to find out who this guy. Yeah, get me a line on this guy. And then there's this roadhouse.
Yes, the roadhouse is on the outskirts of town, West Rover Street.
Dibs.
The sanitarium up here in the north side of town, otherwise known as the Pickering Psychopathic Hospital.
And we've got that letter that he was definitely visiting someone there. But again, I'm kind of at a loss as to try to think of an angle we can use to try to go up there and elicit that information,
Yeah, maybe a little fast talk, a little persuade. Greenbacks.
Who's got good fast talk?
Oh.
I might.
Bear.
Let me take a look.
Bear has 35.
Oh, no, I've got 5.
I have intimidate. I have a really good intimidate, but we probably don't want to start with that.
Yeah, pushing around all the orderlies and
I'm in the other room. What is my fast talk?
5. Persuade 10.
Oh.
Charm.
Somebody's got the.
Yeah, Walter's persuade is 20.
Yeah, it might take a plan, Lee. You're right. Because, of course, the letter insinuates that in order to visit patients, you need permission from the sanitarium, right? So.
Right, exactly. Maybe the roadhouse is the way to go first down there and check it out.
Okay.
I'm down with the roadhouse.
Well, Eddie, actually, dude, you would realize, Jimmy, that Hibbs Roadhouse is kind of a nighttime thing. It would be closed. You could go there, but you know it's going to be closed until tonight.
Right.
It's basically a juice bar, or a soft bar, as they would call them back then. But, directly adjacent to where they have their little establishment.
So let's do this. Is there a place that I'm sure there's like a county seat for records, right?
Yes.
Where they keep all the property records, right? So let's go down there and see if we can't look up Harlan Roach, Dean Fallon, and see what properties they have. Maybe they have properties that aren't, maybe properties that aren't just their homes.
Okay.
Right. And do the same for, I don't know. We'll look up yeah, definitely Harlan Roach and Dean Fallon. And maybe Amelia Court as well.
That's the secretary, right?
Yeah, why not Anthony Flinders? We'll try to see if we can't find any property holdings for any of those people.
Okay.
Secretary.
Yes, you find, well, kind of what you already knew, but Fallon has 2 places here in Arkham, all you can really find. He rents a bungalow near the university and has a private home up in East Town.
Okay.
Professor Roach rents a bungalow near the campus. That's all you can find on him. Can't find anything on Anthony Flinders. Well, let's do a roll, actually. Let's do library use. Going to the county records.
Everybody break out the library use.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, you get success.
60.
Jimmy
and I
is
still
quite good at the library stuff.
Oh.
He's impressive.
Walter's still rattled from last night.
Yes. Walter Brown sees a book on the shelf that says "How to Quit Drinking."
Dr. Saladin should be here and get a roll.
Well, so I think at some point Walter, is putting a book back on the shelf, and
Well, these are the county records office too, Harry. So there's probably like boxes and envelopes full of like film and documents. So if you guys are looking through all these old records, newspaper records,
is there a pamphlet center in the front entrance of this place?
Oh, all kinds of pamphlets. There's a whole rack of pamphlets up here.
Yeah, he knocks the whole rack over, and they all go.
Okay. Yeah, and spends the rest of the time while these guys are researching, picking up every single pamphlet on the floor.
Exactly.
Let me roll something here.
When he's done, it's better than it was.
Cursing the whole time.
Yeah.
Far better.
So, find out Fallon has 2 places. Roach has a bungalow. You're not able to find anything about Flinders, but one thing interesting you guys are able to find out is Amelia Court. You find that she, in some school records that you find there, that she stayed in a dormitory for a number of years when she first came here. But since she purchased a home outside in the outskirts of Arkham, and it's like an old colonial house, an old colonial farmhouse, not on a farm. It's a horse farm, horse ranch.
So it's a big piece of property on the outside of town.
Big piece of property, and you find out pretty quickly that she owns this house and owns lots of horses too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With those rolls too, I mean, you'd be able to find some records. Like she paid a pretty sum for that place just a couple years ago.
So I take notes on this stuff, where she is, how much she paid, anything else I can find, who she bought it from, who she bought it from, all that stuff.
Well, I mean, it looks legit. It's just a lot of cash, It's a big purchase for a young lady. No records of her being married or anything like that either, as you think to check.
I'm sure it's very cheap for a witch who's been around 250 years.
Even though Harry fumbled and really wrecked the lobby of the court records office, those are really good rolls, guys, I must say. Like, you guys have 20% libraries. So let's go. I'll give you even more. Well, now I have to second guess myself.
More, man.
Yeah, I know. I want to give you more.
Can we look more?
You find
since we found that
yeah, you're looking at marriage records and stuff, trying to find out, like, is she married? Who are her parents? Stuff like this, right?
Yeah, how'd she get this freaking money? Right.
You find some family records of the Court family. They're from Rhode Island originally, and they come from several prominent Massachusetts families. Have been members of the Court family. You find at least a couple of Masons related to the Court family. Well, to the Court family.
Are any of us Masons? Do we know the secret?
As in Keziah Mason. There are several Masons in Court's family, going back a couple generations.
So your comment there is probably correct. He's a hag.
Yep.
Then again,
he's a witch.
The Masons are pretty prominent. There are a lot of Masons too, guys. So then again, there are a lot of Masons here in town still. So
what lodge were they with? Was this Mason where they referenced?
What lodge? Well, when I say Masons, that's their last name, though, Tommy. Like Keziah Mason.
Yeah.
That Mason family.
The witch.
Yeah, it looks like the court,
Oh.
had intermarried with some Masons at some point in their family.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
That's
I thought
all.
you
It
meant...
could be something. It might be nothing. But there's a lot of people have
I
Masons
think when you
here at Arkham.
yeah, but when you have the main witch that's part of these papers, the last name is Mason, and then this girl who's super young has tons of money and buys this place outside of town.
Her grandmother on her father's side was named, Margaret Mason.
She knows the spells to get shambled through dimensions to be here. She wasn't burned like she should have been.
And of course, you guys have heard the legends as well regarding Keziah Mason. Some people say she was burned at the stake. There are accounts of that. Say that she fled. Salem and went to Arkham. There are accounts of that.
See, that's the problem.
We're
going to have ourselves a good old-fashioned barbecue, boys.
Some just say she disappeared.
We're going to have to tie this bitch up and burn her. That's all we got. We all got Zippos, so...
We know all that information. The family connection and the property. We write that down so we can provide that to Armitage at some point. But I think maybe do the roadhouse tonight, and then afterwards, let's go surveil this woman's place.
What time is it? Should we surveil her place now during the day, or is it nighttime already?
It's
not nighttime
like
yet.
mid-morning.
Oh yeah, so let's go survey this woman's place.
Okay. You have an address.
Yeah, because the speakeasy doesn't open till later tonight. So
yeah, so we'll take a ride. We don't want to be super, not gonna park in front, but we'll do a drive by.
And she was at the show last night, right? She was at the banquet?
No, she wasn't.
Yeah.
Nope.
But she wasn't. Okay.
She's just a lowly grad student.
Mm-hmm.
Who has a colonial mansion and a horse collection.
Yeah, like 25 years old.
25 years old.
So you guys taking Jimmy's Cadillac again, I presume, right? Is everybody going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna ride.
Take the Massachusetts Highway out of town.
Fully armed.
Take a left on Junction T.
Fully armed.
Yeah.
We got the kid in the
Jimmy,
in the
I
trunk.
hope you don't mind. Going forward, I would like to make it clear that I'm driving. I've got an incredible drive skills, so I just want to make sure that is noted.
What's your drive
85.
skill? Yeah, he's driving. He's driving. He's driving. Here, take the keys.
All right, so Eddie's barreling down the Massachusetts Highway doing like 90. Okay. We'll have you there.
Okay, well,
we'll have you there.
That's 85 percentile of drivers. Yeah, for sure.
We'll have you there in no time. You get out to the address, and you can see the house in the distance as you're coming up to it. It's this big white, whitewashed colonial mansion, basically, set on this farmland. Although the fields around here, they look pretty fallow. You do see some pastures with horses, though. Probably about a dozen horses, maybe out there. As you get up there, you can see there is a gate at the entrance to this place in this winding lane that goes up to the house. There is a gate out front.
We're not going into the gate. We just drive by. What surrounds this property? Are there woods?
Yes, there's woods, fields, pastures.
There's okay.
Kind of rolling hills.
I'm looking for a place. I'm looking for a place to set up some type of surveillance. If I'm looking, okay, if we drive the car down a half a mile and we get out and walk back up through the woods, get a look at the back of the house kind of thing.
Well, there's this fence and the gate at the front of the property. But of course, there's many places where you can just kind of jump the gate on foot, get in the property itself. Looking for a vantage point.
We see. As we're driving by, we're looking to see if there's anybody, any guards, any people out and about. Like I said, we're not stopping. We're going to see it and drive by.
You guys give me a hard idea roll. I might be able to help you here if you roll well. Idea is intelligence.
All
For a
right.
hard success. Driving around this place, Eddie, there don't appear to be any real side roads. There's a dirt road adjacent to her property that leads up to this sort of wooded area. It looks like you can see some outbuildings up there. They might be barns or something like that up on this hill, the outskirts of her property. And there's this dirt road that leads up there, which might give you some vantage point, at least from a distance. You could see her house from there. You're not sure who it belongs to, though, if it's not her property or someone else's. Some old outbuildings and barns or something up there.
Right. We're not
other than that,
today.
there's no, surrounding it is just woods, man, and pastures. A lot of fallow fields.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good to know. I mean, if there's woods that kind of abut up against the property line, then, if we needed to, we could drive down the road quite a ways and come back up through the woods,
There was a single car in the driveway of the house up there. It looks like an older model Ford Coupe. Nothing too fancy, really.
Okay. All right. All right, gentlemen.
This might be a comeback tonight situation.
For sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
In the Call of Cthulhu parlance. Come back tonight.
Yeah, that's definitely high on the list of possibles. Yeah, we just wanted to kind of check out the property and see what was there. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we don't see her though. No spy glasses.
No. I think Walter with his eagle eye. Walter, you see out in one of the pastures, kind of in the back of the property, pretty far away. You spot out there appears to be what appears to be a young woman riding a horse. A young woman decked out in like all equestrian gear, with the helmet and the tights and all that stuff. You see her riding like way out there, pastures, and then soon she kind of fades back behind some trees, and you don't see her anymore. That might have been her riding out there.
So I'll point it out to the rest of the group.
Yeah, you guys see this fleeting vision of this woman riding a horse out in the distance for a moment. Gone.
All right. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with this picture.
There she is, the witch! Get her!
Yeah.
So I just expected to hear that from Tom. I didn't hear it, though. After her!
I'm biding my time. I don't want to yell at her yet. I got to be good on her.
Yeah.
We don't want her casting spells on Edward with that hair she took.
Yeah. What kind of witch fights take place in broad daylight anyway?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, then again, yeah, maybe she needs the moon or something, I mean, we don't want the stars to be right. Maybe we should attack her now.
So, you've confirmed one of the things that Flinders told you is that she is secretly wealthy. Maybe not.
He was right about that.
Maybe not known to many, but yeah, apparently she has money. Right about that. Now, whether she's a witch, that's something we're going to have to find out. Wonder what she's got in that house up there.
Exactly.
Anyway, you guys driving back to Arkham?
So the question is, is she a socialite? Is she known to do stuff around town? Do we,
You don't know too much about her. I mean, you just know that you've met her once. She's the one who showed you Leader's office where he died. She talked to you a little bit.
If she's like money hungry, maybe we could get Ajax to like invite her on a date to his house, and then we could go out to her house and ransack it.
Ooh.
Man, that might be a good plan. Interesting.
That's a good plan.
At least it's
Ajax. He's got the money. I mean, she's probably all about the money and the connections.
She just might be in Ajax Smith's orbit.
Exactly. So that's something we should check out, because if we can get him to get her away from the place for a night, then we can go over there and
take him out there.
Check it out. It's an option. Something to think about. Good idea.
So our investigators, Cthulhu kit in the trunk, drive out to the young woman's property this morning. You think you see her riding out there, but no nothing overt. I mean, there aren't any pentagrams on her gate or anything.
Yet.
No pentagrams on the gate. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
okay, so we'll drive back into town.
the snow flurries have stopped, and it's just kind of overcast and cold now. October day. Kind of unseasonably cold, really, for October. Bitter wind. Remember, Arkham only sits, I think, less than 20 miles from the coast of Massachusetts. You guys are getting those nor'easter kind of winds. The Arctic blast is coming through today in Arkham.
I'm wondering if there's more information on that, on the Masons at the library.
Well, you know that they've been one of the more prominent families in Arkham. You can tell basically what families are prominent in Arkham by the street names. The Hydes,
right?
Derbies. Hell, even Armitage has a street named after him.
Right.
Dickmans.
All right. I guess the next place is going to be the Speakeasy.
You guys gonna wait for tonight for Gibbs Roadhouse?
I think so.
It's 9 o'clock. Have we checked out everything else? Do we have another lead so we haven't hit?
We'll make it more like 11-ish. Yeah. Time passes as you guys are driving out in the countryside.
Yeah. The only other, we've got the Wick telegram. I've got people looking into that. Of course, I guess we could try to surveil someone during the day. Yeah.
The guy that
we could go to the sanitarium. We could go to the sanitarium.
The guy that
we're meaning to do that.
Can I call him and ask him if he knows anybody at the sanitarium?
Call who?
The professor, Armitage.
Armitage?
Yeah.
If he knows anyone at the sanitarium.
Yes.
We could tell him about we can tell him about the clue we have and be like, hey, we'd like to follow up on this, but we're kind of at a dead end.
Well, he tells you rather slyly, Dr. Chandler, and he picks up the phone and greets you. He says, well, Professor Chandler, I've been thinking of visiting the sanitarium myself. Committing myself. Ah!
Oh, boy.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Armitage. Appreciate it.
Yes, I think I must be committed, Dr. Chandler. What have we gotten ourselves into? Anyway, no, it turns out he doesn't know anybody at the sanitarium. He knows that, of course, let me see here. The man in charge of the sanitarium is a doctor. Oh, shit. Oh, pardon me here. Doctor name Eric Hardstrom. Who's that met Dr. Hardstrom? Seems to be a rather hardworking but uninspiring man. He's headed the facility for years. I do see him at some university-related events. Not that I know him, but perhaps mention my name, knowing Dr. Hardstrom. That might help. He understands the situation. You guys told him about the sanitarium thing, right? You had found something. Yeah, but he just gives you the name of the guy in charge, Dr. Hardstrom.
He doesn't know who the leader would have been.
Maybe we should just go there and talk to this guy and see if you say, hey, do you have any patients who think they're witches?
Huh.
I honestly do not know how to respond to that, Dr. Chandler.
I guess we could go as a ruse and be like, hey, we were really good friends with Dr. Leader. And, he's recently died. And some of his personal possessions, we came across this letter that indicated he knows someone here. We want to make sure they're taken care of.
There you go. Let's go with that. That's brilliant. We do that.
Who's got the best fast talk? I just have Intimidate. I'm not the best.
Jimmy, the man with the plan.
Yeah,
we'll just say we're friends with Leader. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I got a 5.
Tom has a vibe. All right.
You might have to intimidate this guy.
So, Pickering Psychopathic Hospital, commonly referred to as the sanatorium by locals, is a 3-story building. As you're kind of pulling up front, you can see it has very well-maintained grounds. There is a 10-foot high iron fence around the whole place. All the windows in the place have bars on them. Looks like it was once an old mansion that they converted into the hospital. It's very old, probably mid-1700s, so at least. But the gate is open when you arrive, and there's a small parking area out front of the hospital.
Okay. Park. We'll go in and we'll ask for the doctor.
Okay. Asking for Dr. Hardstrom. They tell you to wait for a little bit, and shortly a sort of middle-aged, balding man comes out. He's got these real smart-looking glasses on, introduces himself as Dr. Hardstrom, and how he can be of service.
We tell him that, we're friends and associates with Dr. Leader. Of course, I'm sure you've heard of his unfortunate demise. We were speaking to Professor Armitage. He said we should speak to you. We did find this piece of correspondence that indicated that Dr. Leader was seeing someone here. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, even after, of course, his passing. So we were wondering if you could help us.
He is very agreeable to your inquiry. He expresses worry, actually, over the patient in question, seeing that Leader has died. He tells you that the man's name, or the patient's name, is a young man by the name of Cecil Hunter. Hunter was admitted. He kind of pulls you back in. He gets out some records, and he's over them. He basically takes your word for it. He tells you that this Hunter kid may be a very difficult patient going forward. He suffers profound nervous. They think that he's suffered a profound nervous breakdown, and he is considered as a danger to himself. He tells you, most notably, gentlemen, this young man has partly chewed through the tendons on the backs of his own hands. Since then,
Good heavens.
Since then, he has responded well to medication, but remains withdrawn, incoherent, easily agitated. He was admitted by who we believe, or was self-professed former tutor of his, Professor Charles Leader. Professor Leader displayed his credentials. He claimed to have found the young man in this state at his home. At the kid's home.
At Cecil's home.
The leader promised them that he would inform the man's family in return. No family has come forward. I can show you as well a copy of the mission form. Here. Why isn't this working? How much longer you guys play tonight?
I probably should
I'm good.
close things out here pretty soon.
Okay, a little while longer here.
As long as you can go.
Okay, so down here, find Arkham Sanitarium admission form for a Cecil Hunter. It's an address, 82 French Hill Street. Fashion occupation, fine arts student. Race white, sex male, age 25. 5'8", 99 pounds. Hair, short red, eyes brown. Next of kin, they have Charles Leader's name listed as next of kin. Can you guys see this document that I'm showing you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Telephone number pending. It has Charles Leader's home address. There, 125 College Street. Medical history of current condition says patient apparently under anxiety crisis and cumulative stress. Symptoms present, shortness of breath, rapid heartbeat, mental confusion. Professional diagnosis reads social phobia and manic depressive psychosis. History of disorders, psychological crises, and previous treatments. There is no report of previous insanity episodes. Patient makes continuous use of antidepressant medication, possibly under chemical dependencies, as shown by blood and toxicological analysis. And then a sign off by the Dr. Finley. Initial patient diagnosis says nervous collapse and psychotic outbreak. Personal belongings, clothes, wristwatch, notebook, set of keys. Treatment plan at the bottom here. Increased dosage of calming and anxiolytic drugs. Therapy, rest, meditation, and weekly conversation sessions with therapists. All it's on there. Age 25, Cecil Hunter. Fine arts student.
Maybe we should go visit during one of these counseling sessions. Can we meet him?
Well, we should go check this guy's house out.
Dr. Hartstrom says that yes, it would be okay to meet him. I mean, sometimes he is lucid and can speak and be conversational, but other times he just is confused and has some psychotic episodes. But you can certainly see him. We can arrange that.
Let's meet him. Let's talk to him, guys.
Agreed.
All right. Are you sure? Okay.
Yep.
So, a little bit of time passes. Here, so you can hear outside some rumbling thunder in the distance. Looks like there are going to be more storms passing through this afternoon in Arkham. They lead you to what they call the admissions ward of the sanitarium. And standing in front of what can best be described as a padded cell, you guys are peering through this little window in the door. And a young man, red short hair, thin-faced, freckled face, sort of a shock of reddish blonde hair. He is straitjacketed. The room is padded. There's a single window, a single barred window, with like a paned glass window with bars on the inside. And he is sitting Indian style in the corner of the room and on the window side of the room. Dr. Hardstrom pulls out a ring of keys, opens the door, and says, this gentleman, just call when you're ready. Leave. Kid looks up, and he's got.
Hello, Cecil.
And he looks very intently towards the door, pushes up against the wall, and pushes himself up in a standing position. You say hello, Cecil? What'd you say?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh. Are you a doctor?
No. We were friends.
Friends?
Yes, friends with Dr. Leader.
Peter? No, he's not my friend. You're not friends at all, are you?
We're not friends, but we're concerned about Dr. Leader. What can you tell us about him?
Dead man, dead man. He saw them and they saw him, and off we go. He starts kind of dancing in this weird circular motion, sing-songing.
Yeah.
Where do they see each other? Where do they see each other? Go ahead.
Stops, and as you say that, he stops dancing and he turns towards you and begins walking towards you, Dr. Sandler. He says, out go the lights, all out, all. And over each quivering form, the curtain, the funeral pall comes down with the rush of a storm. Now he turns and he stares blankly at one of the padded walls, and it's almost like he's reciting something by memory, and he says, and the angels all pallid and wan, uprising, unveiling, affirm that the play is a tragedy. Man and its hero, the conqueror worm.
I write that down. Can you say that again?
Yeah, conqueror worm. What?
Man and its hero, the conquering worm. And then he turns and he bares his teeth at you, Chandler, and he says, worm seething in the...
Ow. That's unfortunate.
Seen something.
Out go the lights. Oh, good. And he starts dancing this Out Go the Lights song. And strangely, the ceiling light fixture starts flickering for a moment. And then comes back on again.
Lee's not going to like that.
Walter, apparently this place has electrical problems too. Like everywhere else you guys have been in Arkham.
Right, man, I think this guy's brain is toast.
Can you guys give me a roll?
Clearly...
I want an English roll. So it's an own language English roll.
Okay. Yeah, this guy's
background picture, by the way, Sean.
A little dreary in here, isn't it? A little dirty too up there.
I'm very well read. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, hard success, Eddie. God damn, dude. I was looking for a hard success. Eddie, for some obscure reason, you recognize that some of the stuff, like when you kind of sort of staring at the wall, like reciting something, you recognize that language. And over each quivering form, the curtain, the funeral pall comes down with the rush of a storm. The angels, all pallid and wan, uprising, unveiling, affirm that the play is a tragedy. Man and its hero, the conqueror worm. That's a direct quote from an Edgar Allan Poe poem. Thanks, Eddie. Big Poe fan.
Oh, cool.
Is Eddie, I guess.
You
which
you a reader?
No, Peter.
You do a lot of reading?
You mean books?
Yeah.
You? And he smiles.
What else would I mean?
Yeah, I like books. money, too. Only money. But we all sell our souls in our own way.
Hmm.
False art, Oh, money. It was all about money with Leader. No love of art, no real understanding. All dollars and cents, David. Oh, he got offers now, though. Money and money and money and money. And he starts just cackling. Money! He was pretty happy. He was pretty happy, David Leader, until he died. Dead man, he saw them and they saw him. We go out. Oh, he does a little dance again. You guys are like, that is pretty nuts.
He saw, God, took the guys, he saw them in the mirror. That's why his eyes are burnt out. He saw them in the mirror.
Do you say that?
Yes.
He saw them. Oh, yes. He saw them and they saw him.
How did he see him? Why did they see him? Why don't they see us?
There's you. Reaches his hand out, Handler, and touches your face. Well, he tries to. He's in a straitjacket. He's like struggling in a straitjacket a little bit. And he gets real close to you, like right face to face with you. Next, Doctor. Pretty Doctor. All worms. Oh, now he starts doing a worm dance as he backs away from this little circular dance with the worms on.
After what I saw yesterday, I'm not scared. Whatever, dude. I think we've learned all we can here, gentlemen.
We get the early to open the door.
Are there any writings like on the wall? I look in the room. I mean, is there like any kind of, did he draw any symbols, anything like that?
No, you're looking, thinking maybe he tried to scrawl something in here, but he's in a straitjacket, so he wouldn't have been able to, make any kind of things. As you guys turn,
It's a giant poop fresco. No.
He kind of snaps out of his little worm dance. He says, "Oh dear God, what have? Not out, not all the way out. Soon. Can you hear it, guys?
How do we stop it?
Smashing at the walls, screaming in the wind. It will be free, and then, oh, it wasn't my fault. Broken geometry, flawed copy in the lines, the angles.
See, there you go.
You imbecile, you don't see. You don't see. Sees you.
He had a copy of the forgery.
They see you. It sees you. The conqueror worm. No. Pretty girls, paints, good whiskey. That's all I. But the price kept going up and up and up. We were scared of the truth. If you aren't, you should be. Are you scared of the truth?
Oh, yeah.
The witches. It's her.
Bitches.
Yes, it was her. Her trial, her papers, her name, her symbols, her prisoner. Stupid. Stupid. I can hear
Who's
her laugh.
her? What's her name?
Her. Mason. The cries of the newborns on her table. Dreams.
Does it look like a goat with goat feet?
No, not him. Bad man. Bad man, he eats and eats and eats. You can hear them in his shop. Spring, plotting, licking. And
How do we
licking
stop them?
rats? The walls, the old dirty earth. Bad man eats, eats and eats.
All right, we killed Goat Boy on sight. That's what that means. How do we stop him?
Do you hear it screaming in the wind? And he looks out towards the window through the bars. Smashing at the walls. Broken. It's broken. It's coming. And you hear this guttural, animalistic sound come from his throat. And he begins what appears to begin choking, like he can't breathe. Sucking for air.
Yeah, we're
And he
calling the
falls to
orderly
his
immediately.
knees. Okay, he falls to his knees.
I give him mouth to mouth.
Jimmy goes, orderly!
First aid.
You see this blood come from his mouth, like this trickle of blood onto the white padded floor. And he takes this breath. Oh, a deep breath. And he screams at the top of his lungs. You see his eyes begin smoking. This white wisps of smoke begin coming out of his eyes.
Orderly, orderly. I'm pounding on the door, dude.
That's where we're
I'm not
gonna
looking.
That's where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
Okay.
Awesome.
He actually
All right.
screams, "The worms!" Yeah,
Awesome.
the smoke coming out of his eyes, and he actually, I guess we should end it with his head turns towards you, and you can see this white, like phosphorescent light lighting up his inner eyeballs, and this smoke like they're burning.
Some people here have seen that before.
Yeah, some people have seen that before, yet this is not a corpse. It's just
Right.
this kid in a straitjacket. Yeah, so we'll start off there next time.
Awesome.
So,
All right.
Thanks, Sean.
Sounds good.
yeah, living death twice in the period of 2 days, but not. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, what's up with these people? Why do their eyeballs keep burning?
There's some bad mojo.
And what's weird, it was kind of like the deadlight too. When the deadlight would try to, consume someone, they'd get all lighty in their orifices. It's pretty weird,
Yep.
man. But I will have to make monthly rolls with the deadlight thing. We'll have to see if we can
We may
contain
have
it.
to unleash. Yeah, well, we may have to see if we can't unleash the dead light on this woman.
Of course, I thought of that. It could be a potent weapon, couldn't it? Not that you can necessarily send it after someone, but you can mark someone for consumption to get it back in the box, right?
Yeah, that's swallow.
Yes.
Could be a problem.
But you have to complete the ritual to do it and all that good stuff and blood sacrifice. Yeah. All right, we'll talk about that next time.
Awesome.
What's a little blood sacrifice?
Yeah.
If the means justify the ends or whatever.
You guys remember the rituals to create the blessed blade spell?
Yes.
You guys are sacrificing cows with the ritual of 1,000 cuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Under a moon, and it was crazy.
All right, guys, good game.
That was awesome, Sean.
Very good game.
Yeah,
I know
thanks,
that
that was fun, everybody.
there probably wasn't much choice in this session. Like there was a lot of narrative stuff going on, I think. But visiting,
good.
visiting Armitage and revealing to him that the papers are missing, I did not anticipate that. That's a bold move. That could kind of changed things significantly, actually.
Oh, for the better?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a big deal. He's the director of the Orne Library, you know. But the weird thing though, too, Tom, is like he seems like there's weird shit happening to him too.
Yes.
Why?
The fact that there's a random Necronomicon laying around and he hasn't turned into some kind of psychopathic witch makes me feel he's like okay.
Mm-hmm. There is a Necronomicon flying around, yeah.
Possibly, you know, he could be a good guy.
All right, well, cool. I recorded this, so I'll post the audio for the session. Kyle will be happy to hear it, I'm sure. All that good stuff.
Yeah,
fantastic,
perfect.
And Harry, glad you could join us.
Yeah, it's awesome, Harry.
I like Walter as a character, Harry, because I think you have a taste in like Lovecraftian characters when you're rolling them up like I do. I like just the dude, the guy, just the normal guy kind of thing. And I like that about Walter, how he really is just the salt of the earth, you know? And I love that for this story. I think Walter may very well play a very pivotal role in this story just because of that. The monkey bat is only the start. Monkey bat
monkey
thing.
bat.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Sean.
All right, good night, folks.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good week. See you.
Yeah, that was fun. You too.
Thank you.